Stop selling your product or service and start selling this instead. No one wakes up telling themselves, I need to buy this business's service today, or I need to buy this business's product today. No one does that. A lot of people would like to think that people do that, but that's not the case. You don't even do that. What most people do when they wake up is they aim to have a better version of themselves. It's innate in us as human beings. Of course, I believe in God, and I think this is something that He put inside of us, that we seek to be a better version of who we are, always. And when it comes to marketing, a lot of business owners miss the opportunity to show people how their service can bring a better version out of that person. They want to focus on the features. They want to focus on the years of experience. They want to focus on all of these other things, which, listen, it's not that those things aren't important. Yes, they're important, but people aren't thinking about those things in the forefront. Humans are selfish beings. I'm just going to throw that out there. We're selfish. And we will do whatever it takes to try to improve ourselves first more than improve other people. Now, I know that sounds crazy because, listen, I have kids. It's not that I don't want what's best for my kids. I want what's best for my kids. I want what's best for my family. But I also think to myself too as well, I need to be a better version of myself in order to help them be a better version of themselves as much as I possibly can. If I'm not a better version, I can't help my family. So every human being thinks this way. Whether you want to believe it or not, that's just the case. I'm not saying you won't help other people, or there aren't people that do love helping other people. It's not that you don't love helping other people or being a part of a community or loving other people. It's not that. You do, but ultimately, deep down, we are selfish on a pretty fundamental level. And going back to the marketing, I could give you a great example. So I have a client that he is wanting to market permanent lighting. And if some of you don't know what permanent lighting is, it's literally just, it's what it sounds like. You, instead of putting up lights on your house every year for Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, 4th of July, or, even having lights outside in the back of your yard, putting all kinds of lights around the yard or in the front yard, you get permanent lights. And they were wanting to really market the features of the brand that they use, which I do think are important, because there was a lot of things in there like, the safety, the overheating, all of that stuff is good. But what I'm trying to get them to realize more, and I think I did today, is it's not about that. So we dove deeper, and I'm about to give you an example of what I mean when it comes to selling a better version of the other person, because that's what they're already looking for. That's what they're waking up thinking. Okay. So for the permanent lightings, every year when it comes around the year of Halloween and Christmas, there are families that put up lights for that occasion, for their kids, or to showboat, to say, oh, look at me, right? Let's just be honest, right? Or they do it for the kids. But ultimately, right, they do it out of that. And they love that. They love that they're able to do that, whether it's for their family, whether it's, like I said, to kind of show everybody, you know, look at me, kind of like the Grinch. Have you ever seen the Grinch whenever they're having the competition with the lights? I don't know if y'all remember that. It's the Grinch with Jim Carrey, but they're having a competition seeing whose lights are better. But that's a real thing. That's why it's funny, because people really do that. But I told them, no, that's not what we need to market. What we need to market is, even though you want to do this, you don't want to get up on your dang roof to put all of the lights up and then get back on it later to take all of them off. You also don't want to use the alternative where you just have this strobe light in your yard and it's shining little red dots and stuff all over your house, because that doesn't even look right. That doesn't look like an actual house has lights on it. You can tell, it's obvious. People hate that. My dad dread that. Like, I don't think he still does it, but he still would dread it if he had to do it. And another piece of that is, okay, well, if you don't want to do it, then pay for someone to come and put the lights up. But guess what? Now you have money coming out of your pocket, and it comes out of your pocket every single year around those holidays. Now, obviously, you don't have to get lights. You don't have to do that. You're not obligated to get lights on your home. But like I said, some people like doing that because they want the experience, right, with their family and with other people when it comes to holidays and having permanent lighting. Or even if they just want to hang out, right, in the backyard, in the front yard at night, and have those times. Maybe they have some kind of campfire in the back and they need some lights, right? They don't want to pay to get these solar lights put up, right? That's extra money. And then if they go out and they mess up, you got to buy more, and over and over and over again. So as you can see, all of this that I just laid out, that's not bringing you about a better version of the person. And I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. They don't want any of that. They don't want to lose money. They want the experience still. They don't want to have to get up on their roof to put up these freaking lights every single year. That is what you need to market. Because when it comes to permanent lighting, the people come and install them. It has different patterns, different colors for different seasons and holidays. It remains on your home. And the only time that you would need to call somebody out is if you notice that there's something wrong with them. Then you call the people out and they come out and they fix it. But if you have a really good product, which my client does, then that rarely happens. So it saves money, it saves time, it still gives people the experience that they want, and they get to avoid not getting on the dang roof if that was an option, so they don't have to physically put in work to do that. Those are going to be the reasons why people want that service done for them, not because, oh, well, these are the best permanent lighting products in the market, or these are, they prevent from overheating and, all this other stuff, which, like I said, that's not a bad thing. It's not that you can't market that, but you shouldn't make that the forefront of your marketing. It should touch the other things, because people want to avoid pain. They want to move more towards pleasure, things that they enjoy. And ultimately, what I just described is bringing about a better version of themselves. They get the version of themselves that they want, and they see it more clearly in your product and your service when you market it that way. So That's it. That's all I wanted to show you guys. Okay, I wanted to share that with you because I felt like that could help a lot of businesses when it comes to marketing their business on social media. I feel like that's a big thing missing. I can't tell you how many times I scrolled through a Facebook group or I scrolled through my ads and I just see people selling features after features after features. And I'm like, yo, I don't care. But rarely there will be people that do actually post an ad that has that same effect on me. As a matter of fact, I actually ran across an ad where it literally called me out of being a father. And what I mean by that is, it said, hey, if you're a father and you're looking to, lose weight, right, in the next 90 days so that you can be able to show your sons, if you have them in your family, that you are a stronger version than you actually are right now, and that this is not actually you, yada, yada, yada. I was like, that's a good ad. I didn't buy anything, but I did acknowledge that it was a good ad. That's the feeling that you want people to get when they watch your content. You want them, or to see your ads, you want them to say, this can help me. What's in it for me? That's what people are thinking about. This is going to bring out a better version of me. And as long as you remember that, then your content, your emails, your text message marketing, heck, if I was talking to a guy that does magazine marketing, your magazine market, all of that will improve 5 to 10 times and you will get better results just if you implement this one thing. I know I say that a lot, but the reason why I'm saying that is so you can implement one thing at a time, because as you continue to implement these things, your marketing will get better and better and better. You will attract more clients and customers to your business and you'll grow. So, other than that, that's all that I got for you. If you want to know how I can actually help you, I'll say it like this. If you want me to show you how I can help you convince strangers to give your business money on social media, not by being salesy, not by all of this cookie cutter, type of marketing that you see all over the place. Something that's real, something that's solid, something that's been proven, something that is for long-term growth, not just short-term, oh yeah, we had, a super great month and now we're just not going to implement it anymore. No, if you want something that you can follow, as long as there's a social media account or as long as there's newspapers and magazines, real foundations and real strategies. If you need help with that, then go ahead and click the link below this video. We'll book a 1-hour strategy call. I just want to get to know more about you, what your business is like, what your goals are, see if we can identify what's missing to help you hit those goals. And ultimately, if we're a good fit, then yeah, I'm going to ask you if you want to work with me. And if you do, then we'll move forward. And if not, okay, I'm completely fine with that. As you can see, I don't care to tell you on this video that yes, I'm looking for your business 100%, but only if we're a good fit. If I don't think I can help you, then I can refer you to somebody else, or even that, I give a lot of value in my strategy calls. You could take whatever I give you in the strategy call and just run with it. I don't care. I'm not hiding anything, okay? But I just want to throw that out there because I think it's real funny how there's I see these videos with other, coaches and agencies, and they try to be slick about it. I'm like, oh yeah, no, we're not trying to get your business. We're just trying to, bro, listen, at the end of the day, you're trying to get business. I'm just going to be real. I'm going to be straight up. You're trying to get business. That's one of the reasons why I'm doing this right now. Let's not act like we're not trying to do that. But I'm going to stop ranting. Like I said, click the link below if you want to book that call and see if I can help you if we're a good fit, so we can actually put a foundation and a strategy that will actually work for your business. Nothing cookie cutter, that's customized for your business. Put a game plan together so that you can reach your goals and ultimately become the go-to business in your area for what you have to offer. But other than that, I'm going to go get some wine and go to bed. Peace out.